Hey guys, I'm Mikey Microphone, and the microphone is a metaphor for the fact that you have something beautiful to say, but you need to make the arrangements so that you can be heard. I wanted to offer a quick update on my recap from today's run, which was hashtag mile pace tracks day 3. So there was another insight that I had while I was running around, and I am ready to share that now. So I I thought towards the end when I was listening to Matthew Johnson, I believe, that I was like, oh, these tracks would help me pace myself more if I was listening to the same tracks over and over. So that way I would get to a certain point in the track and I would know if I was at the right point in my route where I could know whether to speed up or slow down. And that is a cool opportunity that would also help me get to know these tracks, at the level of detail that I think is important to become a really great DJ. But I also want to keep exploring new stuff. I'm not ready yet to stop listening to a huge number of different tracks. So I was thinking, well, these tracks should kind of have the same structure, right? So if you're familiar with techno, you will know that the music that is released at 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes, it tends to be stylistically in a few different realms, but it's often similar to other music that's at that length. Then there's a lot of music that's like 7:15. There's a lot of music that is closer to 8, and then there's some music also. It's a bit harder to find, at least from what I've been able to learn. I can see like um, this list, smart playlist with songs between 7.5 minutes up to 8.5 that has 3679. Songs between 8 and 9 minutes has about half as many songs, and those overlap. Half of this list overlaps, so you can see that most of it is between 7.5 and 8. And then this is the one I've been working with, the 8.5 to 9.5. So the songs are stylistically similar, and what I was thinking is that they probably a lot of times have the same number of measures, right? So techno is typically written in a discrete group of 16 bar phrases, probably even 32 bar phrases. So there are going to be some tracks that have 8 32 bar groups. There are going to be some tracks that only have 7 32 bar groups. And then within all the tracks that have 8 32 bar groups, there are going to be a lot that are at tempo 118. There are going to be some that are at tempo 117. There are going to be some that are at tempo 117 and a half. So I was thinking that if I can train my brain to hear which of those 32 bar groups I'm at, and stylistically there is some variation there, but again, there are strains of stuff that are going to fit the same mold, the same pattern. And so I wanted to point that out. This is an angle that we can pursue through this project as well. It's like finding stuff that is stylistically similar enough to tracks that we have paced ourselves with, that even though we don't know the track, we can still hear what portion of the track we're at, and we can use that to modify our pace to make sure that we get there in time. So there's some good news about my pace. I thought that I was averaging 9 minutes and 7 seconds today, but that was only the pace that I was at when I finished. The average pace for the bulk of my run was different. So looking at my data here, you can see over the past 4 days I ran about 1 1/3 mile, then I ran 2 miles, then I ran 3, then I ran 4. And this gave me an idea. Tomorrow I can go back to 3. Then the next day I can go back to 2. Then the next day I'll either go down to 1 or back up to 3. And so I can scale it up and down. So tomorrow I'll do 3, then 2, then 3, then 4. Then I'll probably do 5 the day after that. Then I'll go back down to 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that way I can control the amount of time that I'm spending doing this workout. So I want to show the average pace from when I did 2 miles was 8 minutes and 16 seconds per mile. When I did 3 miles, my pace worked out to be 8 minutes 44 seconds. And then today, my pace was just over 9 minutes. So this is actually working pretty well. And so tomorrow I'm going to go back to 3 miles. So if you want to suggest any tracks for me, you can make them somewhere around the 8-minute 40, 8:40 to 8:50, something like that. Okay, guys, I'm going to jump right into a development video now, and I will see you when you start that video. Thanks a lot.